Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Beyond Reality. I'm SOLRETA and this is also for Beyond Mystic 003 on YouTube, but also you guys might be tuning in from Rumble as well. And I've been reading comments on both, and I just want to express my gratitude and big thanks. I really enjoy when you guys are pointing out the orbs and things that we've had come up in my videos lately. It's been really exciting to have that other multidimensional element and aspect to the show, and I do feel that it is to do with the engagement of energy and to do with the beautiful surroundings that I live in as well. So I feel really, really lucky to be able to share these orbs and the different things with you. And I have a special surprise coming up on the Friday night show. So let me jump in to talk about a few things as well. So I just want to remind you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Over on at Beyond Mystic, you can see we have Beyond Galactic coming up, and that's just a couple of days away. So February the 16th, we will have Beyond Galactic coming up. So if you missed last week, I do encourage you guys to go and check it out. We looked into a UFO incident that was reported by multiple pilots over the Winnipeg area in Canada. So we also shared a couple of other things, UFO footage from me filming in my backyard years ago. And I do have something exciting that's just happened just a few days ago that I haven't shared publicly that I will be sharing on this show. So do make sure to catch up with that. We also have the Beyond Mystic consultations. So you can also book a reading with me over on consultations.beyondmystic.net. So click on this poster that you see below, which will be around the center, and yeah, you'll be able to find my consultations. I have the Mystic Oracle sessions, which a lot of people have been going for that lately, which is so much fun, because not only do we do an aura energy reading, and I really break down and describe what's happening in your auric field, what energetically you're stepping into, what might be coming up in future, what it is that Spirit wants to kind of point our attention to, but we go through like your list of questions as well. So that one has been extremely popular lately, as well as my starseed readings, which look into an aura assessment, but we look into your starseed origin. So let's get underway with having a look into what we have coming up for this week. So I had this gorgeous crystal, the titanium coated quartz, really calling to me this week. So I do feel it's about durability, it's about strength, but we've also got this other multidimensional aspect that comes through with this. So I feel like this is building a bit of auric protection, as well as kind of like has this energy, because it's a cluster quartz too, that it kind of helps us to magnify our field. So whatever we're working on, whatever we're manifesting, it helps us to kind of strengthen and solidify this. I also, instead of another crystal, had the little statue Ganesha come up as well. So he is a remover of obstacles. He helps to kind of like shine light and open the path. So really good at kind of clearing things out that are not meant for us, kind of opening the gateway and advancing and moving ahead. We've had huge power outages here in Melbourne. I'm not sure how many days people are going to be without power, but yeah, my heart goes out to other people in Melbourne. I'm one of those lucky ones, fortunately, that hasn't had my power go out. So I did buy a new deck to share with you guys. I saw this the other day and thought this is perfect, especially with doing the mystical oracle readings. This Oracle of Delphi deck was just perfect. And on the back, this quote, "Know thyself." So this is by Susie Cherub, and the artist is Briley Collins. So prophecies from the eternal priestess. So the card that we have come up to is Oracle, and this is a gorgeous card. Just have a look at that. The artwork on this deck is beautiful. So this is for you guys, our soul family out there. So lead, ask, listen, and trust. So I'm seeing this actually come up in a lot of readings at the moment, not specifically this card, but this energy of people stepping up to the plate. So a lot of you guys that I've read for years and years, and some of my clients I've read for you for over 10 years, we're really seeing where there's an aspect of leadership that you guys are being called to elevate and to rise up, to really help for this next phase with the shift. So I do feel this is about this, and this also connects to some starseed origins that a few of you have too. There's a couple of origins that I talk about in my readings where we have the mystics, the oracles and seers, and the medicine women and men and the shamans. There's certain origins that you guys come from. So we do talk about this aspect in readings too. So it says, the secret to an enriching life is to know thyself. Self-discovery is perpetual yet gratifying journey. The oracle leads us with absolute faith in this consciousness that emanates from the source. She channels spirit in reflective trance. Where there's darkness, she shines her loving light to illuminate your soul. The voice of the oracle is separated from you by only the thinnest of veils. Draw the ethereal curtain and connect to the spiritual realm, to the innate wisdom that she has within. The oracle will guide you back to your path of sovereignty. So every step of the way, self-knowledge supports you on your journey, clarifying your priorities and values so that you can align to your choices. So it says, match your truth, be discerning, know the difference between your voice and doubt and between your intuition. The answer lies within. So it also talks about artistic expression, your intuitive gifts. It talks about remembering and learning and growing as well. So be aware of pointless distractions, or as we call, like, as we say with ADHD, side quests and things like that. It's so easy to get distracted. So it also talks about natural intuitives may also be called to step into roles of spiritual counsel as well, is what it's about. So what I was saying before about clients with leadership and things like this is also definitely coming up. So it's about crown chakra, clear knowing. It's all about leadership, fast track growth. There is another deck that I also got for you guys, which is the Starseeds deck. So let's pick a card out of this and see what we get. So we have the card of patience. So oracle and patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So, they're guiding me for one more. Intuition. Interesting, we got intuition to go with oracle too. So trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. So beautiful ones. And let's have a look what comes up for this week's reading. And I'm just feeling on a collective level. It's interesting with the power outage in a lot of places here. There's like a quietness where nature is kind of taken over, is the feeling. There was crickets everywhere tonight as well. And I've just had some cards jump out. Usually you guys know that I read the cards face down and then we turn them over. What we're actually seeing at the moment is kind of taking control over our reality. So it's actually a really beautiful, powerful week that we've got this week. So Queen of Disc, we see this huge antenna of spiritual attunement that she's working with. So for all of you that are also resonating with the intuition, with the oracle card, you guys are not imagining things. This is really, really beautiful messages that you're receiving. You are being called and asked to step up to the plate. So we see with this Queen of Disc, she actually is elevated, like we were talking about before. So we've got Capricorn energy. We also see this powerful disc that she holds that represents that matrix, or represents that flower of life grid that a lot of people, whether they're meditating and connecting or on DMT, talk about seeing in the sky. We also see here the wand that is a bonus that has the Merkaba and the cube. So this is definitely about how are we shaping or creating our reality? How are we shaping things also as a collective going forth? If you're being called to step into the light too, what things do you need to put in place to make sure that you're able to receive people, that you've cleared anything that might be preventing you from shining your light? We also have a 2 of Wands situation. So with this, I also feel that this is like the crossroad point. This is the time where we decide to kind of like break free from whether it's our old stories and different things and shift our version of reality, because Queen of Disc as well, she really isn't taking any BS. And with the 2 of Disc, it is a card to me that represents duality. It does represent sort of new beginnings or starting to think about like the future and foundation going ahead. We have a Seven of Wands come up too, which is Leo and Mars. What I'm actually feeling though is this is a card of valor. And sometimes when we see, the man with the wand and he's sort of like fighting things off, it's interesting. I see this more, there's a different feeling to what it usually has around this. The feeling that they're showing me or giving me is, where do we fight ourselves internally? We know that sometimes the seven can also represent like something that is hidden. So where have we got this internal dialogue or this internal fight or internal words that might be like our fears, our false evidence appearing real, that's stopping us from stepping into Queen of Wands energy? So together, like the powers combined, I feel like it's what do you call it, Captain Planet. So it's like with these powers combined, we're moving ahead this week into pretty big territory if we're looking at two queens coming up for this week. So I do feel it is overcoming things. There is a spiritual aspect of a triumph. So I do feel a lot of you guys are going to be breaking off old patterns, really actually crafting and forming yourself into this future version that we actually need right now too. So I know this has been coming up as a strong theme for this year and even a little bit into last year, but we're seeing an elevation is the word Spirit keeps giving me. So we know with the Queen of Wands, the pineal psychic centers. So just as we had the Oracle and the Intuition card come up, this is really about focusing on this week. And I do feel this is about focusing on your nervous system with the pineal at the top of the wand too, really like seeing what fits and what feels good. And we see her in her radiance. And we also see her with her hand over this cat. So any fear that she has, she's got it under control. She's kind of made that plan. She's visualized and she's working more on holding this Queen of Wands and Queen of Disc energy. So let's see some clarifiers that are coming up. They're taking me to the star cards. And let's have a look. I'm getting a little tickle from Spirit on my crown chakra, which is just reminding me of that thing I was talking about sharing with you guys on Saturday. So something exciting that's to do with more evidence coming through from the veil, from beyond the veil. So let's flip these cards straight over. We've got 5 cards, and I will just get this 5th one out that they're showing me. So we have 7 of Swords, Temperance, the World, the Emperor, and Death. So we're seeing a whole new cycle of transformation take place. We're seeing illusion fall away. We're seeing people that perhaps don't have our good intentions or are perhaps even a little bit two-faced, falling away and kind of like resonating and vibrating out of our circle and things. With the 7 of Swords, for me, it's about like holding firm. When everything else is changing and switching around you, hold and stick to your vibration, your authenticity, your frequency. Don't try and shape or fit to mold into other people's worlds. Because what we're sort of seeing at the moment is a huge shift and change. This is Mars and Venus energy trying to temper and bring in divine timing. We also see with this card too, with the Temperance energy, for me, I call it more of like a destiny card. So I do feel that there is things that are leaving and sort of exiting at the moment, but new things are trying to come in. So we need to stop the resistance to the change. We need to overcome fears. We need to elevate and rise out of this energy, because the cycle is done. So this beautiful card of the World, which you guys know is the Universe card in my favorite deck as well, this is about Taurus energy. So it's also like closing off situations that we maybe perhaps in the past try and control, and stepping and visioning in, because it always has that gorgeous little castle that's built etherically. So it's actually asking us to start to get visions to do with the future. We see the Emperor energy as well, which is really about like overseeing everything. So with this Emperor energy, it is more of kind of like an Aries energy, as well as like Phoenix energy. So we are creating, we are designing our lives going forward from here. So have a look at what might need reassessing, what no longer kind of like fits or serves or vibrates or doesn't resonate or feel on that same kind of wavelength for you, because it may be time to close off and end that cycle. And again, we have more Phoenix energy. So we know with the Death card too, it does represent transformation. It also represents like a completion of cycle, but we know that rebirth comes after this as well. So you may not recognize recognize yourself, in a few months' time, because this is coming up in more sort of a future reference. We know with the card of the Emperor as well, in Hebrew, we talk about tesad or tesai. And what we see with that is there's a nun on the bottom is what it's called, the little shape. And then we have a yod riding on top of it. So it talks about someone who's kind of like bent and humble, that spirit bestows special powers upon. And it talks about this yod, or this hand of God, bringing someone into our reality. So if we look, for example, at like famous people throughout history that have just been almost like a gift from God, like Tesla and his inventions and designs and things like that, and then humanitarians or spiritual leaders and things, how are you showing up as kind of like the best version of yourself in this reality? What are your plans about letting that soul aspect shine? Because that's what we've got coming up in the cards for this week. Let's just see if there is. We'll get a star card. So let me know in the comments as well what's been coming up for you guys. If you are being called, to do like different forms of healing and things at the moment, that'd be really interesting to see. And let's just see what we have in the Syrian star card. So we have purpose. This is exactly what we were just talking about. So I connect with my higher self, and I remember my purpose or life purpose I chose before incarnating here on earth. And we see those diamond light frequencies, those light language codes that I've drawn into these cards. So it really is, see these little pink souls that are coming in with frequency and tone and pure vibration and light language. This is really about activating your purpose. It's knowing exactly in the heart of hearts why you came here. It's using Queen of Wands energy to push beyond anything that could be a fear, false evidence appearing real. So I will do one of the wisdom cards that I've picked out from the Australian deck, but I just want to remind you guys as well. Let me just jump back over. Please use all caps. You'll see it's on the ticker below. Please type in Beyond Mystic in all caps when booking a session with me, so that you do get your saving of 10%. So now is a really good time, especially because we've just gone into the new year and last week into the Chinese New Year. It is a perfect time to really kind of, look and focus your energy for the year ahead, whether it's a starseed reading and finding out more about your origins, past life connection. Also, sometimes we'll have time to do a quantum jump technique in some of my bookings as well. It really depends on where Spirit's directing and what you guys want as well, because I really love working with, if you guys have an intention for the session, it's also a lot of fun to work with that kind of thing too. So jump on over to consultations.beyondmystic.net. And I just wanted to remind you guys, we have Beyond Galactic coming up this Friday night at 8 p.m. So this will be on the 16th. So I can't wait to see you guys over there and to share some amazing things with you. I also want to remind you guys to please like, share, subscribe, and even leave us some love and little comments as well. So let's come into this Oracle card, and we have the Dragonfly. And this, I just realized the fitting nature of what came up in the reading this week. And it's the card of Evolve with the Dragonfly too. So even though I already picked this, I didn't realize the interconnected nature that would come up throughout it. So nature spirits, fairies, enchantment. And this could possibly be a little bit to do with what I'm going to share with you guys on the weekend or on Friday night. So when Dragonfly flits into your reading, a change is taking place. A spiritual evolution could be assisting you to see the light through the darker challenges. Draw to the water, Dragonfly represents emotions. It is a reminder to stay positive, to be fresh, to have awareness to an area of life where you've had doubts or resistance. Transformations take place when you explore the beauty of your emotions. Happiness in all forms awaits. Dragonfly also symbolizes manifestation through thought. That's what we were talking about with the Queen of Disc and Queen of Wands energy. So you create the world around you. That's literally what we were talking about. So make a call to the Dragonfly to help see through illusions, allowing fast growth for growth that paves the way through possibilities and potentials to emerge. Let your inner light shine. If this resonates with or if you resonate with the fairies, connect with them through the Dragonfly. When Dragonfly lands on you, it is extremely good luck. How to take advantage of this today. So you can connect with your spirit. That's when the dragonfly comes through. It will literally be telling you to connect with your essence, with your spirit, with the fairy realms. For me, it's a symbol of a foot in each world too. So this is also about good fortune, solar plexus. It's really about being open to spiritual advancement above everything else. The mantra is, I'm ready to evolve. I love and accept myself. So just giving you guys some dragonfly medicine. And yeah, I love you guys very much. Thank you for your amazing comments on both the Beyond Galactic and also on Beyond Reality, and for pointing out the orbs and things too. And I love hearing about what's happening in your week. So yeah, please continue to let me know in the comments. All right, take care.